I make a motion that this board approve the following ask of our superintendent: a one-year extension of his contract, the maximum contribution to the annual annuity moving forward, and a 2.9% increase in the annual salary. Important, Mr. Chair, those tools and those reflective comments, Ms. Sauls, are adequate to excellent marks on that evaluation.
The motion is 5-1. The motion did pass to approve the said items that was asked of the board from the superintendent regarding the superintendent's continued contract in Richland School District 1. One is that we give him an additional year on the contract to approve his annuity at the maximum contribution, and the 2.9% increase in his salary.
I think it's worth saying that the maximum contribution is $25,000.
That's correct. So again, Dr. Witherspoon, we thank you for the service that you provided to this board, to this district. As superintendent, board, as Commissioner Harris said, the marks were good to excellent. So we appreciate the work that you've done, and congratulations on your approval from the board.
Next, or before the end of the year, the revamping of committee meetings. I do believe that there is a fundamental flaw in the committee meetings right now, with only representation of 2 school board members at a time, which truly is just completely unconventional and puts us in a bind on occasion. So just FYI, my position would be to really collapse 3 committees into 2. Currently we have F&F, Facilities and Finance, Curriculum and Instruction, and Administration. If we could just collapse 3 committees down to 2 committees and combine Facilities and Finance and Administration, they're similar in nature, and potentially leave Curriculum and Instruction, which is really the meat of our core business, and put 3 board members per committees. It would also save a lot of time for the administration, to just going from 3 committees to 1 committee and knock it out in one day eventually. That would be my recommendation. But this is something.
Congratulations to Dr. Witherspoon for being a leader in his own right here with Richland 1 and moving this district forward under the word growth. One of the things we do almost quarterly so that we're not caught off guard, that we come to this time of the year, that we're not under some type of surprise about what he's doing. We meet with him, look at his goals quarterly to review and make sure he's on track, because that's accountability and responsibility.
I will tell you that I voted no for the reasons that I've explained before. I do think that we're falling very short, and just the numbers are there. There is numbers don't lie. I mean, they're right there, and we have taken very serious hits. It's just, it'll show tonight at the presentation. So anyway, I know that a lot of people are working hard, but I do have some very serious concerns, and I will lay a couple of them out. One, I think from HR is extremely concerning to me, our hiring process, our attractiveness, and our culture. The second thing is...
Ms. King,
I'm sorry, I still have the floor.
I understand. I'm also the chairperson.
No.
If that's a personnel matter, we need to deal with that.
It's not a personnel matter, it's an evaluation. It's out there, and I voted no, and everybody knows that I voted no. Please, let's not stop. Let's not cut off the free speech. Come on.
It's not about free speech.
This is what we teach. Anyway, so
with the rest
I do have a lot of concerns. I do think that the morale is low. I think that we're asking and we're charging our teachers with so many things that do not focus on actually them teaching. It's extremely concerning, and our attractiveness is taking a hit. So the other thing I want to refute is we don't meet quarterly with Dr. Witherspoon. That's just not true.
That is true, Ms. King. You may not have been in those meetings because you missed several meetings this past year, but we have met with Dr. Witherspoon several times this year.
Well, then you need to show it on the agenda. And you
It
don't.
was shown on the agenda.
So I'll leave it at that.
Thank you very much. And let me push back on something else you said too. We do not have flawed committees. What we have is a committee process that we've had. Now, if you want to look at it and change the policy, then we can do that. But words matter when you say these negative things about this district. And we have to be careful as board members what we say.
No, we don't. We're elected official,
it is-
and our opinion
because
is, my
it is
opinion
not-
is mine,
it is not a
yours
flawed-
is yours.
It is not a flawed committee
It is
process.
flawed. Absolutely,
No, it's not.
it is flawed.
So if you would like for the board to discuss it, then we can discuss it.
Who has
But it is
committees of
not a
two?
flawed committee
It is flawed.
process. No, ma'am,
It's not saying a negative thing about the district. It's all about improving the process.
That is
And
correct.
And a quorum of two, nobody has quorums of two. Okay, so it
But-
is flawed, and we just need to improve it.
It's not flawed. You probably don't understand. The original intent
Oh,
of
please
the
explain
committee.
to me. I do need to
Okay.
have an explanation. That's true.
You gonna let me
Please
talk?
lay it at my feet.
You gonna let me talk? We do have young people in the audience as well as this is being
And they're
recorded.
learning the democratic process. They are.
But this is not the proper way to teach it.
Well,
So
your
as I was
conversation
saying, we have a committee process to where it is reviewed by at least 2 board members. And then from there, it goes back to staff, and staff will continue to present it. At any time an item comes up, a board member can pull it, or a board member can ask that it not be voted on or tabled. So that process has never changed. So we got to, again, be careful in saying it was a flawed process.
I am not careful. It is flawed.
We will take a
In my
look at
last
this
committee meeting, we couldn't
for,
start the meeting
we
because
will,
one of us wasn't there. And
How many
it
times have you
happens.
missed a meeting?
It happens.
Okay, how many times have you missed a meeting?
Several
How
times.
many times have you missed a meeting?
Point of order.
Since you want to call somebody out,
okay, point of order.
I'm not
you
calling,
need to govern yourself accordingly.
I'm not calling anybody
Yeah,
out.
you
I'm
are.
just
What
saying
are you talking about?
Meeting of
Point of order.
three
What are you talking about?
Mr. Chair,
Hold up.
Mr. Chair,
Let's
I
bring this-
call for a point of order.
All right, point of order. So let's get back to the board report. As I was saying, again, we'll take a look at the committees and how they're set up in a subsequent future meeting. So please have your calendars ready. Ms. Wilson will send some dates for us to get together as a board, and we can discuss those items at that time. I do want to report that congratulations to Gibbs